People need to understand that some things are not really considered evil. But a lot of people just don't get it. Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. I had a conversation earlier today, and I don't know, it's just one of those things that makes you want to, out of frustration, to the point that you're like, ugh! What's wrong with these assholes? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with these people? I was talking about, because I'm into martial arts. I love martial arts. It's my life. And even though I'm not active physically anymore, I still have it up here still. As far as the actual combat methods and strategies and things like that, I'm just not, in shape for it. But I will. But anyways, the point is this. Me and some people, it wasn't here where I lived. It was over at someone else's house, and we just had a discussion. And one subject led to another subject, and then we were talking about martial arts, and then we started talking about, actually I pretty much brought it up, about the Shaolin monk, or I don't know if he was a Shaolin monk, but he was a Buddhist monk or some sort, who he's the one who was made famous during the 1960s in South Vietnam, where the South Vietnamese government forbade, or it was forbidden for the practices of monks or some kind of stuff like that. I don't know too much about that story. Maybe a lot of you might know about it. But he poured gasoline on himself, and he went into it, and he sat down Indian style, and like this, meditating while somebody set him on fire, and flames were coming up all over the place, and and through it all, he was extremely content. He was like this. He didn't scream in pain, nothing. He was completely content. He activated his chi, which is internal energy, to an extremely high degree, to an overwhelming degree that was just insane. A level of power that I would kill to have. Not that I'm saying I want to set myself on fire. No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the energy to withstand pain and of course of some other stuff too. When you activate your chi up to that level, if you're like an expert at a master level, at a serious master level, and you're able to be that advanced or even more advanced than him, I made this point that you could actually meditate so deeply that you could actually astral project. Your soul will temporarily leave your body. And you could even, and if someone else who's sitting in front of you can do the same thing, and you and that other person can actually communicate on the astral plane, in the fourth dimension, you and this person in front of you who's doing the same thing, you both astral projected at the same time, or whatever like that, the plane of enlightenment they call it, which is even in the example in that comedy movie, Beverly Hills Ninja, when they were like communicating, and then as his soul went back into his body, he just like jumped and started crashing into things. Even though it's a comedy, it does bring a very, very good point. Now, you could actually communicate on that person, on that level, in that astral realm, which, in my honest opinion, it is cool as fuck. I would love to experience that. I would love to experience that. But a few of the people there in that group that I was talking to was saying, because of the fact that they're Christians, Christian fundamentalists, they consider that satanic. That's evil. That's a deception by Satan. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, please don't start with that shit, please. And then I had no choice. I couldn't grin and bear it anymore. I couldn't. Fuck that bullshit. I said, look, it's not satanic. Okay? It has nothing to do with Satan. And I told them, and I explained to them the best I could, and they still stuck to their guns. And I said, you know what? I don't appreciate you talking stupidity like this, but I'm gonna let you know now, and I don't care. There is no Satan. There never was one. Just like there is no, and then right before I even, right before I even finished my sentence, then God isn't real. Jesus never died didn't die for our sins and this and that. I'm not. Oh, God isn't real. Yeah, and Jesus never existed in history. And that's when oh my God, they fucking get into a fucking heated debate, and they were like ready to fucking strangle me kind of attitude. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm just talking about a monk. I'm talking about chi, which is internal energy, because I should know about it because I used to practice Kung Fu. And the person, my Kung Fu instructor many years ago was an expert in that, in activating his chi. You know, the internal power, the internal energy that to do superhuman feats. But they consider that satanic. So I got into an argument with them because of that shit. So, you know, it got to a heated debate, and then I just got up and just left. And they're saying that I'm going to burn in a lake of fire. If, you need Jesus, you need this and that. And I mean, I'm not a person who would say things mean just to be mean. But one of them was black. Okay, I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say anything about race. But one of them was black, and she was saying, you know, like, you need Jesus, and you know, kind of like, you know, like Aunt Esther from Sanford and Son, kind of woman. And I'm sorry, but she pissed me off. I said, fuck Jesus. And then somebody had to hold her back. I am sick and fucking tired of people like this. They're just, oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to say this, but they're fucking idiots. They are. It's one thing for someone to be offended and then they try to, like, in a very calm and collective tone, they debate with you, in a friendly debate or whatever, not to let things get out of control, but she wouldn't do that. And the other two were not as bad as her, but they were also talking shit. But there was one person there who just didn't want to get involved. And, you know, and listen, and I said, you know what, I'm leaving, I'm sorry. It went from talking about regular subjects and then talking about martial arts, you know, Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan and Kung Fu movies and stuff like that, and everything was going well. And then when I brought up the thing about Chi, that's when things started getting kind of bad. They say that Buddhism is evil, that it has to do with Satan, that Bodhidharma is, and they were just talking shit about it, especially that woman. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking. If someone doesn't want to believe in God, that's their fucking choice. You don't see me trying to say, "Hey, don't believe in Jesus," and you better believe, you better be an atheist. I would never do some shit like that. But just how the whole thing happened or whatever. So it's a good thing they don't live here in this area or in the building that I live in. It was over someone else's house. So So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Questions or comments, you know what to do. And this is Dare to Speak. And to all of you, take care.